Hello everybody and welcome back to Red Devils TV. Now, as you can tell by the thumbnail, it's the next part of What Is Next, and in this episode it's about David De Gea. Now, where should I start? David De Gea has been an amazing servant for Manchester United for many years, nearly a decade now, or it actually might be a decade. So where should I start? He's been an amazing goalkeeper for Manchester United at his time at Manchester United, and obviously his contract is up in the summer. So David De Gea is currently 32 years old, and his contract he's on £375,000 per week. So that's a lot of money for a goalkeeper, and that just shows United's poor negotiation skills and overpaying players. So really, I can see why there's rumours about Manchester United not extending David De Gea's contract. But for me, that's absolutely ludicrous. Why would you not re-sign David De Gea? Because for me, I feel like you've got a great goalkeeper in David De Gea, and it's really not worth, when United are already in the mud as it is, we need to kind of keep these players at the moment. And I feel like that the goalkeeper isn't a primary position that United need to really focus on. I mean, David De Gea, like I said, he's been an incredible servant for Manchester United. He's had up and down seasons as well, but really he's been a quite consistent goalkeeper. Over the last 18 months, he's been to his best, you could say. He's been absolutely incredible. And what else can you say? I feel like that David De Gea is just an incredible goalkeeper. He's improving a lot under Erik ten Hag. David De Gea has proved throughout his entire career that he's an amazing shot stopper. But under ten Hag, so far in his first 6 months as Manchester United's manager, he's coached certain individual players, and you can tell that the players that he's been coaching, the whole team, certain players have really improved and adapted to his coaching tactics. So like, you've got the likes of Diego Dalot and his improvement, Scott McTominay and his improvement. Look at Garnacho, he's bursting onto the scene now. And David De Gea. David De Gea has been absolutely crucial to Manchester United this season. Yes, he had a bit of a slippy start at the start of the season, but at the end of the day, he's improving with his distribution. He's stopping a lot of shots. Yes, sometimes he concedes a few goals, but he's a goalkeeper. He's going to concede a few goals. You're not going to keep a clean sheet every single match. But still, I feel like David De Gea is improving. The longer he's with Erik ten Hag. And I feel like it would be a shame if Manchester United do not continue David De Gea and extend his contract. The only thing that I have an issue about is his wages, and 375 grand a week is insane. And David De Gea, if he wants to stay at Manchester United, needs to take a pay cut. Even though he will still be Manchester United's main goalkeeper, even he will admit that 375 grand a week is bonkers and just crazy. And it's just really unneeded. No, because 375, I was going to say if we were winning leagues and he was the main goalkeeper winning those leagues, then that's different. But no, I don't think Edison or Alisson are on them wages at City and Liverpool. I don't think Donnarumma at PSG is on that much. So I don't think Nick Pope from the richest club in the world currently in Newcastle has that much money. So I feel like De Gea needs to have that pay cut, and really, apart from that, I feel like that De Gea just should stay as Manchester United goalkeeper. Now, over the last 24 hours as well, we've had reports that Switzerland goalkeeper named Yann Sommer, who is currently 33 years old. He is 34 on the 17th of December 2022. So what can I say about Yann Sommer? I don't really know too much about him, but I've known that over the last 3 to 4 years, he's been widely known in the world. He's the main goalkeeper for Mönchengladbach, and yes, he is a very class goalkeeper. But for me, and his contract is up in the summer with Mönchengladbach, and he's already said he's not signing a new contract with Mönchengladbach. So for me, I would 100% not take Yann Sommer at Manchester United. I would rather keep David De Gea. And here's my reason why. Is that I feel like David De Gea is improving with Ten Hag despite his age being 32. And he's still developing and still improving. And he's proven why he deserves this new contract. Look what he did for Manchester United last season, where he carried us through the mud. Save after save after save. After United's terrible performance last season, he was one of the main reasons why we got the Europa League football. Even though it's not where we want to be, we could have got Conference League, which is 10 times worse. So I feel like De Gea still deserves massive respect in the United fan base, and De Gea's been a very touchy subject with United over the last few seasons, but I'll explain that in a moment. But as I was saying with Yann Sommer is, like I said, he's a very class goalkeeper, but to me, I just feel like he's the wrong type of player Manchester United should be going for. I don't think a goalkeeper is a primary target for Manchester United, and Yann Sommer being 34 when the January transfer window opens, he's just, I hate to say it, he's just too old. And I know goalkeepers normally retire around 36 to 38, but really, if you're getting rid of De Gea for his age or wages, then surely you bring in a new goalkeeper who's early 20s or mid 20s, who's got a lot of promise. For me, there's 3 goalkeepers that stand out who are young, under 25, 26, and have a lot of potential. And for me, them goalkeepers are Kobel from Dortmund, Lafont from what team's he from now? It's not. Is it Rennes? I think it's Rennes in the French league, and then you've got Diogo Costa for Portugal, the Porto goalkeeper. So for me, them goalkeepers are young. They can be your goalkeeper for the next 10 years, and you know. That's what you really want in a goalkeeper. You don't really want a goalkeeper's not like a striker where if they don't just work out at the club, you let them go after about 2 or 3 years. A goalkeeper, you want to be your next goal. You want a young goalkeeper to be your goalkeeper for the next 10 years. And for me, I feel like that while Manchester United are going through this rebuild with Erik Ten Hag, I just feel like that De Gea's improving game by game with his distribution. He's still improving as a player. He's still improving his mentality. And I just feel like that the goalkeeper isn't a needed position for Manchester United at the moment. Maybe in 2 or 3 seasons when De Gea is about, it'll be 35, 36. Maybe that's when you can talk about getting a new goalkeeper. But right now, I feel like we've got bigger positions like the striker, the midfield, the defence. They need sorting out before a new goalkeeper, in my opinion. But yeah, and the last thing I can say about David De Gea is that he is very divided in the fan base. A lot of fans have an agenda against him, whether it's the Dean Henderson fan club or it's just fans who just don't think he's up to it. For me, I think that's ludicrous. I feel like David De Gea has been a great goalkeeper. And truly, when you think about it, David De Gea really deserves to stay at Manchester United. And this whole agenda with David De Gea did start after Dean Henderson's loan spell at Sheffield United. That's where I really noticed it from. Because David De Gea struggled in that season while Dean Henderson was having a great season at Sheffield United. So a lot of people were hyped about Dean Henderson and they were like, oh, let's bring back Dean Henderson, get rid of De Gea, and there we go. But for me, I feel like that Dean Henderson has just proven that he's a relegation goalkeeper. He is a good goalkeeper, don't get me wrong. Maybe he's a mid-table goalkeeper at best, but I don't think he belongs at a top 4 club, and he never will. I mean, look what Newcastle were apparently in for him, and then they went for Nick Pope. Obviously, they saw something as well, because obviously Newcastle want to be the best club in the world. That's obvious with how much they're going to spend, and it's only going to be a matter of time since they're constantly in the top 4 like Manchester City are. So for me, I just think that that's the only thing I've really talked about. That David De Gea right now is a good enough goalkeeper to stay as Erik Ten Hag's main man, stay as Manchester United's main man, And as long as we give him a contract, but the wages are lowered, I think everyone's a winner. And maybe David De Gea might not be too happy because obviously he's losing out on some money. But I think even he can admit that 375 grand a week is too much. But anyway, let me know your thoughts on David De Gea. Should we deserve to offer him a new contract? And what is next for David De Gea? Do you think he will move on, or do you think he'll stay at Manchester United? Let me know in them comments down below. But yes, thank you for watching today's video. Please remember to like, subscribe, comment and share if you're new, or like, share, whatever. It really helps out the channel. But yes, thank you for watching today's video, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.